Oh, yeah.
Stickball Sports!
Ow! Oh! Ow! What the hell is wrong with you?
What is up, guys? What's going on this sweet Sunday? We're here to give you guys a mock draft. Hopefully a mock draft that sends you screaming in the other direction. But seriously, guys, I'm going to put this together real quick with you. And we're going to put it together on a Giants mock draft for next week. Probably going to create a few trades and see what happens. I'm going to throw a bunch of shit against the wall and see what sticks. But, yeah, let's get right into it. All right, so we're going to jump right into this right here, right now. Bengals are at 1. Redskins are at 2. The Lions are at 3. And then we come in at that 4th pick. So what I want to do with that 4th pick is we already know that the Giants' biggest needs are linebacker, offensive tackle, safety, cornerback. We also need an edge rusher, right? So in that order, but I probably would put edge rusher right up there after offensive tackle. So that's what we're looking for. That's what
Ow! Oh! Ow! What the hell is wrong with you?
With the first overall pick, the Bengals select Burrow, Joseph Burrow out of LSU. With the second overall pick, the Washington Redskins select Chase Young out of the Ohio State. And with the third overall selection, Detroit Lions select Jeff Okudua from the Ohio State. Not bad, Ohio State. And it's coming to the Giants' turn. So now we look at who we're going to select. Do we go offensive line? Do we go with an edge rusher? Do we go with a linebacker? Could it be Simmons? Could it be Wirfs? Could it be Wills? Do we trade back? And I decide to make a trade with the Miami Dolphins. As you can see, the first trade did not go through. But we finally come to an agreement. And that agreement is that I will trade my 4th overall pick to the Dolphins for their 5th overall pick. And pick 56. And as you can see, the Dolphins picked Tua Tagovailoa in the 4th spot, which gives me 5. And I have yet to pick Justin Herbert. But as you can see, that is up there. I did not pick Justin Herbert because I decided to make another trade. And I then turned around and traded again with the Chargers, who held the 6th pick. So now I've made 2 trades. I've made a trade with Dolphins for pick 56 and 5, and I gave them 4. And then I turned around with the 5th pick, traded to the Chargers. They gave me 6 and 71. So for 2 separate trades, I've gotten 56 and 71. Not bad inventory. So now I've made 2 trades. I've made a trade with Dolphins for pick 56 and 5. And I gave them 4. And then I turned around with the 5th pick, traded to the Chargers. They gave me 6 and 71. So for 2 separate trades, I've gotten 56 and 71. Not bad inventory. So after Drake just told us what he thought, I'm going now to make a phone call. And that phone call is going to be to the Carolina Panthers. And see if they're interested in moving up. So I'm going to make the phone call right now, and let's see what they say. As you can see, I've made the phone call to the Panthers, and they have agreed to send pick 69 overall, 3rd-round draft pick, to the New York Giants to move up to 6. They're picking Derek Brown. And I now am sitting here with the 7th pick. So now I have to decide what I'm going to do. I might as well keep rolling the dice because Brown really wasn't on my board. So I'm going to roll the dice. What's the worst that can happen? They're going to pick one of my guys, either Wirfs, Wills, or Simmons. And I'm going to get the second best player there, and I'm going to pick up another pick. So right now we have picked up 56 from the Dolphins, a second-round draft pick. We've picked up 71 from the Chargers, 69 from the Panthers, and now I'm going to give a call to the Cardinals to talk about their 72 overall third-round draft pick to move up one more spot. And I'm going to settle real nicely in that number 8 spot, and I'll explain why. All right, guys, we got some good news and we got some bad news here. We were able to trade the 7th pick to the Cardinals to move to number 8, but it came with a cost. The Cardinals, obviously seeing an opening and wanting Isaiah Simmons, have picked him. They picked Isaiah Simmons, 7th overall. And we got the 72 overall pick out of the trade. So, with that said, I know it says Tristan Wirfs there, but they got the 7th overall pick, and they picked Simmons. And so, it's really our pick. Out of these 4 trades that we've made, I want to just cue this up for you guys. We got 56... 70, 69, 71, and 72. So we got a second round pick in number 56 overall from the Dolphins. We got a third round pick, beginning of the third round, with the 69th overall pick. We also have the Cardinals and the Chargers. The Chargers' 71st pick in the third round. And we also have the Cardinals' 72nd pick in the third round. So this is a huge win. We went from 4 to 8, down 4 spots. Not that I know that this can possibly happen in real life, but it could. I mean, crazier things have happened, right? But just going back 4 spots, if we went from 4 to 8, we got 56, 69, 71, and 72. And those picks are very valuable in the second and third rounds. Those are where we're going to find guys that aren't just going to be able to make our team, but we can find our next group of superstars, next guys that could be with the Giants for the next 10 years and grow up together. So that's what we were able to pull off. And I'm going to now, with the 8th overall pick, I'm going to make a decision and who we're going to select. All right, guys, it's finally our turn to pick. No more trades, no more craziness. We select Wirfs, Tristan Wirfs. We finally have our tackle of the future. We finally have our bookend tackle. I'm going to keep him on the right side. I'm going to play him on the right side, let Solder play the left for 1 year, and then I can kick Solder to the curb next year. And I'm hoping to pick up another tackle or a guy that I can move around, a center in this draft that gives me more of a guy that I can kind of work with that's a little raw, that I can possibly move into the right side next year. And we're going to give ourselves some depth in this draft. But this tackle is going to be able to be a game changer for us. We should be able to keep Daniel Jones more upright. There should be a lot less pressure on Solder as well, because I think he's going to know his job's on the line. And I think Wirfs is going to bring some good young talent to that line to work, inside the trenches. I think having Barkley and him on our team, it's just a no-brainer to be able to pick a tackle here. This is one of the most talented tackles to come out in the last decade, and I think the sky's the limit for this kid. So I picked Tristan Wirfs at number 8 overall, and away we go. Now, we got some decisions to make. Obviously, we weren't able to pick up any other first-round draft picks. So, we have a load of picks coming up here. Being that we have a second-round draft pick, and we gave away our third-round draft pick to the Jets, we were able to restock a lot with these trades. So we have a lot of trades coming up, and I'm going to break them down with you guys, and we'll go over everything. But at 36, I'm faced with a decision. Patrick Queen fell. Some reason in this mock draft, he fell all the way to 36. I felt like it was an absolute no-brainer to pick up him. At 36, and that's who I went with. I went with Patrick Queen out of LSU, who I feel, if that happens, we're going to be ecstatic as Giant fans, because not only did we pick up one of the best young linebackers in the draft, we're also going to be able to have a stud offensive lineman at 8. So 8:36, we have Tristan Wirfs, and then our second round draft pick is Patrick Queen, and I'm going to go over him real quick with you guys right now. So obviously getting Queen at 36 is an absolute steal, but this is his summary. This is what scouts are saying about him. This is on NFL.com. LSU is becoming a haven for pro linebacker prospects, with Devin White, Quan Alexander, and Deion Jones going from Baton Rouge to the NFL in recent drafts. Queen is next in line. He got a chance to start 4 of the last 5 contests as a sophomore in 2018, once due to White's unavailability in the first half against Alabama due to questionable targeting call. In 13 games overall, Queen made 40 tackles, 5 for loss and 1 sack. He saved his best for last, leading the squad with 9 tackles, 2 for loss, against UCF in the Fiesta Bowl. Queen continued that progress in the team's national championship campaign, starting 12 of 15 games played and posting 85 stops. 12 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, an interception, and 2 pass breakups. The former 4-star recruit and 2016 Warwick Dunn Award finalist, top player in Baton Rouge area, was the first player from his hometown in Livonia to receive an LSU scholarship offer. In his first year with the Tigers, Queen played in 12 games as a reserve, 6 tackles. That's just going to tell you the type of player that Queen is. This is a top linebacker. This is a guy that you can plug and play, and it's going to be really interesting, obviously, with who we brought in with Martinez and the crew. So I'm really excited about this pick at 36. Now we're going to go into pick 56. Pick 56, we took J.K. Dobbins, running back, Ohio State. I know a lot of people are going to scratch their head and say, what the fuck is this guy talking about right now? But J.K. Dobbins is one of the top running backs in this draft. Why would we take him with Saquon Barkley there? This is the exact reason why we took him. Saquon Barkley is going to be our bell horse. But if we intend to win the game on the ground and run the football down people's throats, and we can't put it in Saquon's hands 300 times a year. It's just not going to happen. Doesn't make any sense. So if we can pick up a back like Dobbins, who can spell Saquon, take those really tough yards in between tackles and let him run them through, I think that will spare Saquon a lot. And imagine having both those guys on the field at the same time. True lightning and thunder. I love it. After our last pick there at Pittman at 69, we're going to start moving through this because I don't want this video to be 20 minutes long. So we have Matt Hennessy. Matt goes a real funny little tidbit of information. Matt Hennessy goes to the same barbershop and uses the same barber as me. We actually go to the same guy. So I see him from time to time. Really cool deal. Real nice guy, too. So hopefully, Matt, if you're listening, you can give me some free Giant tickets if you get selected, which I've already told you that. And from there, with 72, we're going to select Jabari Zuniga. Zuniga's defensive end for Florida.
And hit in the backfield immediately, and it's Zuniga all over Swift. Well, that time the tackle didn't do his job very well.
Well, it's the quickness. He lined up inside in what is called a bear front.
Darby, pressure coming off the corner. Kelly is wrapped up and dropped for a big loss. Nice play. Jabari Zuniga.
And
Williams
look what
wrapped
happens. And look what happens.
Zuniga.
And look what happens. You got a true freshman going against a veteran SEC defensive lineman, and he gets abused.
He had an interception last week in the Kentucky win. Wow, another sack for these Bull Gators. That's 6. Zuniga with his second tonight.
Burrow steps up. Look out. Down he goes again. Another sack. Zuniga that time. And that's sack number 5.
You just got to throw the ball.
Ow! Oh! Chip! Ow! What the hell is wrong with you?
Look at him get out.
4-4-6.
Oh, yeah.
Very nicely
Oh,
done.
yeah. You can see that pick 6 against Kentucky. You saw that speed show up. Willie Gay's very athletic.
That's it there.
I've been watching this kid since high school, since he was at the Nike opening. Talented, a lot of energy, natural leader, competitive, really competitive.
And if the Dolphins go up and get 2 or 3 or what have you, right? Then the Giants sitting there 4. And I know, you know, obviously Dave Gettleman.
This drill wore the players out.
Oh, yeah.
At these
It does every single day.
It wore them out.
Every single
By the time
day.
we got to practice, man, we had to take a couple of water breaks. Another one.
This is so good. This is so, he thinks he's got.
Charles and Chris were just saying. I mean,
I just know if you're a team right now and you're outside of the top 10.
Yes, sir. Come on. Up. Come on.
And then I'm going with pick 150. I'm going with Kendall Vildor. He's a cornerback out of Georgia Southern, real high upside guy. And I think he's going to be able to compete because we need some help there. I think Bradbury was a great step in the right direction, but we need some of these kids to really step up. My favorite pick is probably at 171, and that's Jonah Jackson, the guard out of Ohio State. Real high motor guy. He came from Ohio State, so he's a big program guy. And every coach that talks about him just raves about the type of player and the type of person he is. So, you know, I'm going to post the entire draft here now, but I don't think we can go wrong. This is a big-time draft. Wirfs, Queen, Dobbins, Pittman. I would have liked to find an edge guy between 56 and 69. I just felt like either I just wanted Dobbins too bad at that place because I know he's the top of the first round projection guy, and he was there at 56, so why not just take him? And depending if Barkley, doesn't break down, we have some type of insurance there, which I really feel like we got to start looking that way. And once we get this line together, it's going to be imperative that we have a back that's going to be able to push through here. So again, when you got a great line, you don't even need a big time running back, and that was the whole argument with Zeke, right? And guys, thank you for listening. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all your support. Thanks for all you guys do on a regular basis. I really want to appreciate it. So this is Stickball Sports and with Chris Gagg. I hope you guys enjoyed the mock draft. I'm sure we'll have some other things to talk about upcoming to the draft here. Hope everybody's staying safe out there. I wish you the best, and God bless you and your families. Talk to you soon. Peace out.